Guess what? Thanks to the fine folks over at Lost Planet in Torrance, California, I was able to get my hands on 2 more boxes of Gundam New Type Rising, and this should be enough. I believe that after I open these, I should have pretty much, I'm hoping, everything I need to build all the decks I want to play. So fingers crossed here. I'd really love to open the C++ resource, the double plus alt art resource. I saw it in hand yesterday. I saw somebody open it. It was beautiful. So I'm hoping to get one of those, but that's just kind of like bonus. Mostly I just need cards to fill out my playset, and if I get that, that is good enough. But again, big thanks to Lost Planet in Torrance, California. They have an awesome, there we go, now my finger's pointing the right way. They have an amazing shop. We play lots of Star Wars Unlimited there, Gundam, tons of tabletop games like Warhammer, you name it. Lots of supplies for hobbying, lots of card game stuff. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, definitely go check them out and buy some stuff, obviously. But also stick around and you know, come and play in some of their nights, you know, some of the game nights that we've got. But yeah, thanks again to Lost Planet for helping sponsor this video. But let's get opening. We're gonna use my nail clippers because I have nothing else to cut the plastic with right here. And yeah, I mean, like, to me, alt arts are just kind of a pathway to you know, more cards in trade generally. The only one I probably hold on to is the resource, just because I think that's super cool. That said, sometimes, like, if I get an alt art of a card that I actually play, I hold on to it, but in general I just try to go for play sets over bling first. All right, here we go. So pack number 1. Let's see what we get. I always feel like a little bit scared opening the packs like that, just ripping them like that. Bandai stresses me out. We're just going to separate these by color, of course. I'll try to hold it up so that you can see Demi Garrison. Actually, there's only 4 colors. I can make this a bit easier on myself, can't I? There we go. Sky Grasper. I'm not going to name all these because I don't want to spend forever and destroy my voice doing it. The Barbecue. All right. Zion Roman Forest. Hey, Mara de Cruz. I needed another one of those. It's going to go off to another pile that's going in the deck. And excellent. I needed 2 of these because I really wanted to build the Cyber New Type deck. So this is a great hit for the first pack of the day. I love it. All right. Yeah, the Banshee Destroy mode. Usually the Cyber New Type list runs 2 of these. So 1 more and we're good to go there. And the Fatam 0 for our token. So let's put the special stuff down here. Stuff I'm going to use over there. Yeah, good first pack already. I'm pretty hyped. All right. Okay, let's see what we get. Stealth Stratagem. I think that's a card that, like, I kind of want to put to use a little bit too, honestly. Every time I see this, I know it's Caligula's Sky Grasper, but I always read it as Caligula, which is, that's a whole different universe. Zanzibar. All right. And, you know, no way. No way. Okay, so first 2 packs and 2 of the LRs that I really wanted. So I only have 2 Kshatriyas. Now I have 3, which is great. 1 more for the playset. And the first pack giving me the Unicorn Gundam Banshee Destroy mode for the Cyber New Type. Wow. All right, so 2 big hits in the first 2 packs. But the Kshatriyas, one of the best cards in the set, I would say. And my Ping Breach list really loves running it. And I think it'll be good with 4 of them. Honestly, it was really good with 2, but I think 4 is the way you want to go. It's just too strong, right? So yeah, that's gonna go over in the definitely gonna use for my deck pile. All right, is it Gauf or Goof? See, here's the thing. I feel like I've heard it said Goof in the show, in different shows over the years. I've heard lots of people say Gauf. I was inclined to say Gauf until I heard it said Goof in the show. Oh, I should probably separate the rares too. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me go back through things in a minute and do that. But yeah, that's the eternal debate is Gauf or Goof. Battle of Aces. Nice. It's a good one. Delta Plus. All right, not bad. And let me just go through and make sure I grab any rares out of here that I may have missed. So I missed a couple of them, I think. Let's see. Nope. Just makes it easier for sorting later, you know. All right. I think that's right. Whatever. I'll find it when I'm sorting it. All right. What do we got? The alt art resources are very cool too, but I already have so many like cool resources because of the set from Anime Expo, and then getting lucky with my beta kit. Zizulu. All right. I think Gelgoog with Makuv is a pretty decent combo as well. Gundam Sandrock. Hey, but check it out. We got the alt art dual Gundam resource. That's cool. Neat. That'll be good. That'll be good trade fodder later. And the thing is, I would love to find a deck that makes this work, but I think we just need a little bit more Maganat core to make it worth waiting till level 5 for a 4/4. That's kind of a low stat line to be playing. For your level 5 Gundam. A lot of times you're going to be playing, if you're playing something large, or if you're playing something on your level 5 turn, you're probably going to want something a little bit more impactful than that. Although, I mean, producing more units is strong. I'm not... maybe there's some sort of combo where you can, do something really funky with whatever Maganat core you put out. Because there's one specific one. Rashid's one, I think it is. But either way, I feel like we need a little bit more support for that. All right. And Deep Devotion. Nice little heal. But hey, I mean, 2 sick LRs and alt art resource so far. This box is it's cooking, as the kids say. Do kids say that? Do the kids say it's cooking? I don't know. I like cooking, but probably not in the same way. Maybe the same way. Maybe both ways. Maybe cooking in the kitchen and cooking in the deck brewing, card gaming methodology too. Big Zam. I really like this card, but level 7 comes so late. I don't know. I feel like there's a deck that wants to use that. Hey, all right, that's a good hit. Char's Gelgoog. So I've got one of the LRs, and this is one of the ones in my Ping Breach list that I was really thinking about including there because it does bring Char back again. I feel like this is such a good card. There has to be like a strong use for it, But I haven't quite figured out the most comfortable way to include it. It might just be a different deck. It might be a good card for a different deck, if that makes sense, Either way, I think it is a very strong Legend Rare. Underground Desert Base. I really want to find more uses for the 6 HP bases, too. I am curious if you do a lot of that, and if you've tried it, let me know. How much does it really slow your opponent down, that 1 extra HP? It does change a lot of breakpoints. Chi-Chi's Demi Trainer is a solid hit. All right, and Gundam Legend Rare, so another Legend Rare. This one is, I think it's okay. Giving your units repair 1 is not as impactful as you might think it is because so many of the actions in this game are based around one-shotting things, But on your turn, it can be useful if you do some trades and then heal for a little bit, I think the draw is good, obviously, but you need to be playing it with probably like kind of a white base aggro list to really get much use out of it. So I don't think that's the greatest Legend Rare right now, but it's the type of thing that I think could become strong depending on if there's a little bit more support for the archetype later on. It's probably worth trying, at least, in the list. The Ball. This was like one of the best cards in beta because it was cheap and you could play a lot of them and the healing was nice, but it kind of fell off a little bit. Gun Tank is still good though. All right, Extreme Hatred. I just don't think resting 2 active units is worth doing 3 damage like this, especially for level 6. It's just not going to come in. So I'm not very high on that one. Gundam Ferract. All right. Let's see. Choose an enemy unit gets -2 AP. Yeah, that's okay, I think. I think that's okay. And it is only Academy trait as far as the link goes, so I think Ferract might be decent. I think there's a... I'm trying to remember if I've seen that in some Academy blockers lists or not. I can't remember. I've heard, too, that the Gundam boosters can have God packs in them. So the boxes can have God packs where it's like all the big alt arts or whatever. I haven't seen any of that in person, or I can't recall seeing online, but I've seen rumors that this exists. Char Zaku 2, I mean, this is just such an amazing little unit. Just for the ability to have it die. You know, you don't need to worry about being aggressive with it, right? Because you are aggressive, you hit something, you take out a shield, take out a unit, and you get a token right back, right? Or if they attack into it, you do that. Hey, all right, we got a alt art, we got a alt art Silamas. This is actually my second alt art Silamas, funny enough. Mass Moss. I think it's great. Trade fodder is what I think it is. That's an alt art that's going to be turned into more useful cards. But it's a nice looking card. I'll give them that. The cards in this game look very good. I love that we've got... I'm just so happy again that they went with original art and didn't just say, hey, let's do a lot of screen caps because we're lazy, you know? Hey, you intern, go get a screen cap for the Gundam Death Scythe and clean it up a little bit in Photoshop. I'm glad they didn't go that route, you know? Kamau. Hey, Gundam Aerial Rebuild. That's a useful card in a lot of decks right now. You know, not a lot of decks. There's specific blocker decks that use it. I don't play those decks, so that one will probably get traded away. But it is nice. And again, it's like if I don't need the trade fodder, I kind of do want to get a full playset. It's just things are scarce right now, so I'm kind of picking the deck I want to play and going from there, you know. Zoot Suit Riot. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. I'm sorry. That was near unforgivable what I did just there. Hey, another duo in Maxwell. I'm missing a couple of those, so that's good. And Unicorn, just Unicorn mode. I'm not missing any of those, so that's extra. I want to find a way to do more like Unicorn stuff with you know, banish your links and all that. Like I think he seems very strong, but he doesn't really quite fit into any list very smoothly right now, if that makes sense, you know? And that's how it is for set 1 cards, where you're like, well, this is really strong, but it just doesn't smoothly fit into any of the current decks at the moment. I think that's kind of where Gundam Unicorn and Banish Your Links are at the moment. Another Sandrock. Maybe Sandrock will be good at some point. I put Char Zaku 2 into the red category just by reflex. It feels so weird that Char's like legendary red Zaku is in green in this game, but it makes sense ability wise. So now another one of the rares I really want to pull is I need one more. I need one more of the rare Shenlong Gundam. Then I'll have a full playset of that. That would be nice. Shamblo. You know, it's so expensive. It's huge, but it's so expensive, right? If 2 or more rested friendly units are in play, choose one enemy, you deal 3 damage to it. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't mind that ability. You play it at the end of a turn where you have something out. I just don't think it's reliable enough to really, you know, count on being able to activate it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just kind of my vibe from playing the game a little bit. Dual Gundam. A little bit of Zaft Breach stuff. I wonder if there is... I feel like Zaft support archetype stuff, I was kind of messing around with it in the deck builder, and I feel like it just needs a little bit more. I think you could build that deck if you wanted to and have fun with it, but I just don't think it'll be competitive until it gets a little bit more support. We'll see. I could be wrong. I mean, when you're in that set 1 meta, things change week to week, you know? I think we're going to see a lot more mid-range. Dual Gundam Assault Shroud. I've already got a playset of these, so we'll see about trading this one away. But this is another one that makes me want to build that Zaft deck, right? Because you get to play another unit for free. So I think that's good. That's always good in card games. But I don't know if it really fits in anything right now. Maybe there's a... I want to build a deck that just produces a lot of free units. Because generally that's just a strong thing in card games. I mean, if you look at One Piece, that's the way that like a lot of the game just has gone in general. It's units that play units, you know? We'll see. Another Zaku 2, always good. Hey, Gundam Death Scythe. I think this is my fourth one now, I think. So I've got the playset with that. But I don't know if I'm going to be playing the list because I have no wing zeros. So nice to have those. I wonder if there's a different wing deck that doesn't need wing zeros. I mean, wing zero comes really late too. It comes at a point where a lot of games are almost over. It can be a quote unquote board clear when it does come down, but I don't know if you need it, you know. So now that I have enough death sides, I might try to go for something in that vein, and just really count on the LR Wing Gundam, the regular one, you know. Annoying's Ares, and hey, there we go. There's the Shenlong rare that I was looking for. Nice. That's our playset. We'll put that over, and this is the Ping Breach pile here. But this box has already been fantastic for me. Just a lot of good amounts of stuff I was looking for, and then good amounts of stuff I can ideally trade for what I need to. So that is good. On death side, let's look at the other death side here. This are two, yeah, okay. And the dual Maxwell the pilot makes it so that the AP can't be reduced by anything, which is, you know, kind of specific, but can be occasionally useful against certain decks. 2 for a 4/3 though. I mean, that's good. You know, all the wing stuff generally has good 2-cost level 4 stat lines. Fortress Defense, and another Blitz Gundam. Okay. All right. Props to my phone camera for auto-focusing very quickly. Gundam Heavy Arms. I mean, this is another one that I really like. During Pair Breach 3, fine. It's 2 for a 3/4. The stats are great. Tro is good in Breach 2. So I do wonder if there's I wonder if there's even maybe like oh, hey, it's another Altart Shars Gelgoog. I now have 2 Altart Shars Gelgoogs. That's kind of cool. All right, so now I feel like I need to find a list that plays this now. So I've got 2 of the Altart and 1 of the regular. That's enough. Maybe some sort of cool Xeon list or something. But what was I saying? Yeah, now lately, because I always like to, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are going to find out what the quote-unquote best meta lists are, right? There's a lot of grinders out there. There are a lot of spikes, if we use Magic the Gathering terms, that are going to find all the great decks. I like to go off meta. I like to explore things that haven't been explored yet, really, in a game. So one thing that seems kind of crazy to explore right now, since we're only in set 1, but something I want to do is monocolor decks. So I think I might explore a monocolor Wing Bros deck, monocolor green Wing Bros, you know? Because you don't really need to go beyond green. And we just go ramp and breach, basically, is the plan there. Try to get Wing Gundam out as soon as possible. Use like Wing Gundam bird mode for some soft ramp, you know, with the EX resource. Maybe we use the 1 greed card for 3 to ramp. Not sure. Sorry, Mas. I think there might be something there. And that might be a deck too where you run the Maganat core stuff. So it's like you give up some of the early game, but then you kind of flood things in the mid game, theoretically with Maganat core, or or the other option is we just go breach and you try to just do board control and then breach their shield area, which is kind of what my red-green deck does. But this would be much more focused on then late game. Death Scythe comes out. You just have some big, end bosses late game. I kind of like the idea of it. Strike Rouge. A lot of people saying Strike Rogue, including me. I said Strike Rogue too, I know, but it is actually Strike Rouge because it's red. It's Rouge. It's so funny because like Rogue in other games always gets misspelled by people to Rouge, but this is one where it's actually Rouge. How rare. But yeah, I might just try a mono green. That might be fun. Hey, especially now. Wing Gundam 0. There we go. I didn't have any of those yet. This is obviously a great boss monster. Level 8 cost 8, though. It's crazy. You can't even play a pilot with it when it comes out if you're on your 8 resource turn. High maneuver is great, but you don't, you can't. Again, you don't really have an opportunity to play hero on it unless you're on 9 resources. Deal 3 damage to all units that are level 5 or below, though. That can set up some very good trades. That can obviously clear a lot. So pretty cool to have one of these. And man, I gotta say, like, again, I really love the outline foiling that they do with a sort of a raised texture outline on the Gundam itself. And then you've got this really great sort of foiling on the backgrounds. In this case, it's kind of a sparkle, tiny little sparkles. It's not really like the mosaic foiling that we talked about earlier. But man, I feel like I've gotten a lot of good hits this game, or this box rather, this game. But yeah, all right. So maybe we'll try mono green wing. Maybe we'll try that. That'll be the next little project. While still working on the red green breach, because I think that is solid. There's a Gyan. I need a few more of these. And then, all right, Witch and the Bride. Last pack of box number 1, which in my opinion, has been a really great box. A lot of good pulls in this one. So I'm pretty excited about that. Makuv, this is another card I've thought about putting in the green-red breach deck. So I would have to push it more in the Xeon, sort of angle with this. Because you do get some good blocker control with it. Here's the Gyan, right? This is what pairs with Makuv. You get to destroy a blocker, a cheap blocker, which there are a lot of them in the game. That said, I think I like the Shenlong stuff a little bit more right now. But if I ever decided I wanted to move away from Shenlong, I think Makuv and just more Xeon would be the first thing I'd try. And there's a good old gun cannon for our last rare. All right, box number 1. So, really, really great box, I think. I needed a Merida Cruz. I need one more to fill up my playset. But as far as alt arts go, we got a alt art Shards Gelgoog, we got the Sailor Moss, and we got the Dual Gundam resource. I think you're guaranteed 2 alt arts and then 1 alt art resource. And then as far as legendaries go, we've got the Kshatriya, which I really needed. Wing Gundam Zero, just a great pull. Death Scythe, great pull. Dual Gundam, hey, whatever. Gundam Era Rebuild, great pull. This one, meh. And then Gelgoog, I think, is really good and going to start to be used more as people move into the mid-range in this game, so that's good. And then Banshee Destroy Mode is great, too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 7 or 8 LRs seems to be the standard. But yeah, fantastic first box. I'm hyped. Let's move on to box number 2. Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around. As you know, I've partnered with Into the AM because I really, really love their clothes. They have basic tees, but they also have a lot of shirts with a lot of awesome graphics. And as you can see, they are not in any way AI. They are drawn by real people. As an artist, I have an art degree. I don't know if I've talked about that very often, but I actually have a degree in studio art. I love fine art. And while AI, I think, is a very cool technology that I hope we can find good ways to use, I kind of hate what it's doing to art right now. So it really makes me happy when I see a company that has really cool graphics on their shirts, which is one of the main reasons why I want to work with Into the AM, that doesn't use any of that stuff. That's just people drawing pictures. It is a great thing. So if you like that, if you like all the graphics that they have, and I really encourage you to go check them out because there are a lot of neat shirts on the site and pants and hats and a lot of other stuff, click my link below. You get 10% off if you use that link as well. Otherwise, you can put GGDOA in as a discount code when you check out, and yeah, you'll get a little cheaper clothes, which is always a good thing. And you help out me and you help out the channel as well. So please go check that out. Hope you enjoy it. Welcome back to our box opening thing here. I don't know if this will probably be the last one for set number 1, just because for 2 things, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my hands on any other boxes, and after today, I may just kind of have what I need, to build a lot of the decks. So between what I pull and then trading too. So we'll see. Trying to do things economically because we're all feeling the pinch a little bit, but here we go. First pack, box number 2. Let's see what we get. Box number 1 was really, really good. So we'll see what we get in box number 2 here. All right. Unicorn and Shamblo. Okay, so no big legend rare start for box number 2 here. Like I said, what I really would love to see is the plus plus RX-78 alt-art resource. That would just be cool to have. But aside from that, you know, I just want cards that help me build the decks I want to build. And I want to be inspired, you know? I want to be inspired to build new lists, because I think this is it's a pretty good set one for a card game, honestly. It's I think there's a good amount of options as far as decks you can play. I think the meta will continue to evolve as people just get better at the game. Whenever a new card game comes out, people always gravitate towards either low to the ground heavy aggro or super high cost heavy control. And the reason is because those two styles are generally the easiest to play. Hey, check it out. All right, Cyber New Type is online. I just need another Kshatriya, another Marita, and then we're good. But got 2 of the Banshee Destroy modes now. Sick. That's awesome. I'm very excited about that. Great first legend rare. But what was I saying? Yeah. So people generally go towards low to the ground aggro or heavy control early on in a card game's lifespan, because that's the most easiest, obvious ways to build card game decks. As time goes on, what you'll generally see is people will start to move more towards the mid-range, where they want to have a deck that can play into all the aggro decks, because they start to get tired of losing to aggro. And hey, this is my 4th Duo Maxwell. Nice. They get tired of losing to aggro. And then they also want something that can play into control well. And for a lot of people, me included, control is usually just like too boring to play. And so, you know, you want to move on, right? So we are about to see that in the Gundam TCG. I'm telling you. And I feel like the Cyber New Type list is a pretty mid-rangey list in general. So I think that's evidence of that. I also feel like my direction that I'm going with red-green is a good example of solid mid-range. So I think we're going to see a little bit more of that. I think there's an opportunity because of cards like Shar's Gelgoog, Big Zam, to go for kind of a mid-rangey Xeon-centric list that then finishes with like board clears on the Big Zam and that kind of stuff. I think there's... I think blue and green were swapped this last box. Hey, look, I put a Char Zaku 2 in the red category again. I can't help it. So we'll see what happens. Oh, wow. Sick. There's the Alt-Art Show of Resolve. I know this one is... I think this one goes for a little bit. So that's hopefully going to be some good trade fodder. Might put in a deck for fun too, but cool alt art to start things off with. Making me hungry too. That is a delicious looking... What is that? Is that a hot dog? It's maybe... It looks like or it's a sandwich. Maybe it's a banh mi. Hard to tell. Or maybe a kebab. Either way, it's making me hungry. Cool first alt art to pull. All right. Moving on to the next pack. I also think, and this is, you know, obviously there's a lot of personal opinion that goes into these comments too, but I think that mid-range for me is the most fun way to play the game too. To play any card game, really. All right, another Gyan. I think I need a couple more of those. I think so I'll have opened 4 boxes after this. And so I think that I'm hoping I pretty much will have a playset of everything but LRs, you know? That's the goal. Witch and the Bride. Hey, another Wing Zero. Nice. And usually those Wing Zero decks I've seen have only run 2 of them. So that plus a Death Size, I could probably run Wing Zero now too. Oh, this is great. I mean, these 2 boxes have been awesome just in terms of giving me, you know, more options of decks to build. I'm so excited. I'm going to have way too much to take into my next local. I can only play 1 deck. This will be good. I'm planning on doing some games with Red Zone Rogue again soon. And wanted to have a few more decks ready. And, okay. Freedom Gundam, Alt-Art Resource. That's our Alt-Art Resource for this box. Cool. trade fodder. I'm sure there's some Freedom Blocker players out there that would love to have that. Yeah, I could go just mono green wing and ramp, and hey, there's a 4th Marta Cruise. Sick. All right, now I just need another Kshatriya. We'll see. That's asking for a specific legend rare is a tough ask, but I don't think it'll be too tough to pick up another solo Kshatriya. I think it's honestly better to just well, it's better to pull the legend rare, obviously, but it's nice to just have the rares out of the way too. That is a relief. All right, another Battle of Aces. I wonder if there's like a Talgi-centric, like Oz-centric list you can build. I don't think there's a ton of like Oz support. I know you've got like Noin's Ares, but you know, and Talgeese is obviously good, but there's kind of only one version of Talgeese, right? So I don't know if that's great. Another Shenlong. Hey, another Shar's Gelgoog. All right. Cool. It's 4 of those now. And I think 4 of Shar's Gelgoog is kind of the key to unlocking maybe the Xeon mid-range package. Like a green-blue kind of thing. You know, because green-blue is Xeon aggro as well, but I think you could do it with mid-range too. Something to test anyway. Especially with a little bit of breach. I think the problem with running green and mid-range without breach is that you do a lot of trading, but you still kind of get your shield area poked away at turn by turn, right? Because they're going to be generally going wider than you. And so, sure, you might be trading into the stuff they attack with, but they've already attacked with it. I think that's why breach is so appealing, is because you can say, yeah, I mean, go ahead, do whatever you want. I'm just only going to worry about board control, but I'm also going to damage your shield area at the same time, you know? Wait, that's uncommon. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, I just don't think like a heavy repair list, looking at that Salem I just pulled, I don't think a heavy repair list is super impactful because things just tend to get one shot in this game. That's what people always try to set up. Let's take a look at this Meganac stuff, because we know we've got the generic Meganac core unit. Here's Recedes Meganac. Choose one of your green units during this turn. It may choose an active enemy unit with 4 or less AP as its attack target. So that is an interesting concept, right? Because you could try to stuff attacks and get around not having as much breach by running that kind of thing, right? Where you can just straight up attack into what they have no matter what. Hey, I think that's, like I said, I think this is my 4th Death Scythe Hell now. No, I had 3 before. I might have an extra one. Well, that's, if I have an extra one, that's great trading fodder. It's a fairly high in demand card. It's like these boxes are kind of pushing me to play Wing Zero. We'll see. Yeah, I like the idea of Meganac core stuff, and I like the idea of running like Wing Gundam and Recedes Leo to just, or Recedes Meganac core. I can't remember what it was called, but you know, just to be able to try to do a lot of attacking into ready stuff, but it probably comes too late, is my guess. That's going to be my prediction, is that if I tried to build that, it probably would just take a little bit too long to get going, you know? Kind of want to try it, though. All right, another Gundam Legend Rare. Like I said, I think it's probably one of the weaker Legend Rares in the set right now. But we might see things change as time goes on here. All right, big thing now is just hoping to get that Kshatriya. We'll see. Another Gundam Sandrock. It's just so expensive, you know? That's the thing, is the Sandrock is just, you know, sure, you get a unit. And I mean, to be fair, because it's level 5 and 3 cost, that does give you the ability to play the Gundam Sandrock, and then play the Quattro on the Sandrock for a link unit. And then if you play Rashid's Meganak or whatever it is, then you can play Rashid on that too. So you can use it to get 2 link units, which does sound strong, you know. But I just don't know if it gets there soon enough to be impactful. Another Dual Gundam Assault Shroud. Looks like maybe one more LR and one more alt art from this box is what we're missing, unless we low roll. I do kind of want to try it. I do like the idea of getting 2 link units like that. That is kind of cool. Why do I keep putting its white stuff in the red pile? I don't know. Sharzaka 2. Hey, we did it. We got the Kshatriya. All right, let's go. That's the play set. I think I got a little bit lucky there. So my deck is online. Cyber New Type is online. I think Wing Zero deck is online. So yeah, I can kind of, you know, and honestly, the decks I wanted to build the least are the Freedom blocker decks. So or the Academy blocker decks. So we've managed to dodge the Academy blocker support for the most part. So I am beyond happy with these pulls. I'm ecstatic. This is exactly what we needed. Big Zam. Ooh, all right. That is cool. Check that out. The Alt Art Legend Rare Gundam. And that's the one where I said, like, it's not the strongest LR in the set, which it's true, it's not. But that is a beautiful card right there. You know, I might just hold on to that because it just looks awesome. I still think the RX-78-2 is one of my favorite mobile suit designs of all time. I've said before, it's like that. It's the Tall Geese, it's the Shinanju, and the Unicorn that are my favorites. Very cool alt art, even if it's not like the most useful card. I'm kind of tempted to try to build something that uses that, though. All right. Let's see. Yeah, if there's like one more Maganak core unit, that'd probably be worth it. Fortress Defense. Oops. And Intercept Orders. Why do like white cards keep ending up everywhere else in the, like, I don't know what it is about the white cards. I think I'm just placing them in the piles that look the most appropriate for them. two more packs in box number 2, but doesn't matter what's in them that much. We got what we needed, so we're good. Let's see what we get. I'm sure there's another, I'm sure maybe there's like a rare that I need another couple copies of. Probably don't need more Blitz Gundams. Hey, Gundam Aerial Rebuild. All right. So that is a sick LR to pull. Again, like, it's not really in the list that I want to play, but it's good trade fodder, and you know, it's probably maybe worth hanging on to for future decks too if I don't need much for trading anymore. I think honestly I got a lot of what I need. All right. Blitz Gundam again. Citizens, take a stand. This card is actually great. People aren't using this card enough. All your units get +2 AP this turn. Like, that's so strong. I think people are crazy for not using that more than they are. But that's our box. So we got our 4th Moretta Cruise. We got our 4th Kshatriya. Here's our, let's take a look at our alt arts. We've got the alt art Gundam, the beautiful alt art Gundam, the beautiful alt art Freedom Gundam Resource, and then the really nice alt art A Show of Resolve. Very cool. How's the foiling look on that one? Let's see. It's very sparkly. You can kind of see it. It's got a little bit of outlining and stuff, but it's mostly just very sparkly. And then for legend rares, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as usual. So that seems to be the standard. Gundam Aerial Rebuild. Fourth Kshatriya, yes. Another Assault Shroud, whatever. Another Gundam, another Death Scythe, which is awesome. Another Gelgoog, that's great. And another Wing Zero, so that's sick. And another Banshee Destroy mode. So, honestly, these 2 boxes they exceeded expectations in that they gave me everything I was looking for the decks I want to play. So huge shout out again to Lost Planet for hooking me up with these boxes and being a great place to go play some card games. Like I said, we've got a great Star Wars Unlimited local there every Thursday night. And hopefully going to get some Gundam locals going there in the near future too. Otherwise, if you play tabletop games, all that kind of stuff, definitely go check them out. They're awesome. Mike and the gang will take care of you. Thanks again to them for sponsoring the stream. I'll get the pointing right eventually. And thanks to you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like. There'll be more Gundam stuff coming soon. Until then, go play some games. Have some fun. We'll see you next time.